This is interesting. I was reading somebody's comment and I'm looking at this. Pentagon briefing on removing the God gene. Listen to what it says. Fun vax. The guy that was in charge of it, his last name is Hammer, Hamer. The voting fraud thing, they're saying is called Hammer and Scorecard. Now, when you think Hammer and Scorecard, you're thinking like a card scorecard. Hammer is a sexual reference. Scorecard is a notch on a bedpost, right? Like cowboys used to put a notch on the handle when they'd shoot somebody in one. A guy that bangs a bunch of chicks, or a chick that fucks a bunch of dudes, puts a notch on her bedpost. None of this is good. Fun vax? Yeah, I don't think so. Listen to this jerk off.
Here we have individuals who are religious fundamentalists, religious fanatics, and this is the.
Now this was in 2012.
Expression, RT-PCR, real-time PCR expression of the VMAT2 gene. Over here,
that's the God gene, the VMAT2 gene.
Here we have individuals. So let me complete. So over here we have individuals who are not particularly fundamentalists, not particularly religious, and you can see there's a much reduced expression of this particular gene, the VMAT2 gene. Another evidence that supports our hypothesis for the development of this approach. What you see
here is by spreading this virus, we're going to eliminate individuals from donning on a bomb vest and going into a market.
You hear what he said? He didn't say a shot. He said releasing the virus.
Bomb vest and going into a market. We're going to
approach. What you see
here is by spreading this virus, we're going to eliminate individuals from donning on a bomb
approach. What you see
here is by spreading this virus.
They're talking about spreading a virus. They're not talking about a vaccination. Unless the virus has to work in conjunction with the shot.
We're going to eliminate individuals from donning on a bomb vest and going into a market and blowing up the market.
So our hypothesis is that these are fanatical people, that they have overexpression of the VMAT2 gene, and that by vaccinating them against this, we'll eliminate this behavior. So we have some very, very remarkable data in this next slide. Here we have two brain scans. These are fMRIs. These are two different individuals with different levels of expression of VMAT2. On top is an individual who's a religious fanatic, an individual, and we've repeated this numerous times, that has high levels of VMAT2. Now, this individual down here who had low levels of the VMAT2 gene, this individual would self-describe as not particularly religious. In each case, these individuals were read a religious text. This individual lit up the right middle frontal gyrus, shown here, and that's a part of the brain that's associated with theory of mind. It's a part of the brain that has to do with intents and
not only that, now they're trying to put in new scanners at the airport that scan your head when you go through. I wonder what that's all about.
Beliefs and desires. In contrast, in marked contrast, here's an...
And remember something, communism is godless. There is no God in communism. So where do you think this is headed?
Individual who would not particularly self-describe as religious, and when they're read a religious text, what you see is that this part of the brain called the anterior insula lights up. This is a part of the brain that's associated with disgust or displeasure on hearing something.
Are you suggesting I take a CT scan with me when I'm evaluating people to determine whether to put a bullet in their head?
So the data that I'm presenting here supports the concept that we're proposing, and I think that we would not propose to do CT scans or fMRIs on individuals out in the hinterlands of Afghanistan. The virus would immunize against this VMAT2 gene, and that would have the effect that you see here, which is it's essentially to turn a fanatic into a normal person. It's against this VMAT2 gene, fMRIs on individuals out in the hinterlands of Afghanistan. The virus would immunize against this VMAT2 gene
What's this virus? Is that what their vaccination is? They're going to fire you? I'm telling you, stay the fuck away from that shot.
Afghanistan. The virus would immunize against this VMAT2 gene, and that would have the effect that you see here, which is it's essentially to turn a fanatic into a normal person. And we think
Normal by whose description?
that will have major effects in the Middle East.
How would you suggest that this is going to be dispersed? Aerosol?
Well, so the present plan and the tests that we've done so far have used respiratory viruses, such as
Wow, respiratory viruses. Wow, like what?
flu or rhinoviruses.
Wow, flu. Wow.
And we believe that that's a satisfactory way to get the exposure of the largest part of the population. Most of us, of course, have been exposed to both of those viruses.
Oh yes, and then what happens is we got part 2 where we give him the injection.
And we're quite confident that this will be a very successful approach.
This is fascinating. What's the name of this proposal?
Yeah, so the name of this project is FunVax, which is the vaccine for religious fundamentalism.
And you have a proposal already?
The proposal has just been submitted, and I think that the data that I have shown you today would support the development of this project.
What the hell's the name of that fucking thing again?
And we think it.
Already?
The proposal has just been be a very successful approach.
This is fascinating. What's the name of this proposal?
Yeah, so the name of this project is FunVax, which is the vaccine for religious fundamentalism.
The vaccine for religious fundamentalism. Now we have to go chase that down and see if that's tied into COVID. We have to see. FunVax. All right. Well, then we'll just go and do that.